Let me ask you a question. Have you ever played a rhythm game like, I don't know, Guitar Hero or Donkey Konga and thought that the only thing the game needed was a full metal soundtrack? Oh, and a ravenous horde of zombies looking to devour your flesh while you jam your way through the apocalypse with those bongos. Well, I haven't either, but lucky for us the guys and gals over at Headbang Club have. Hey everyone, this is Venti from N-Gaged, and in this video we'll be taking a look at Double Kick Heroes, a rhythm-based zombie defense developed by Headbang Club and published by Plugin Digital. So does this game manage to ride the lightning to gaming glory, or should we just ignore it like a fly on the wall? Sit back, relax, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's find out. Double Kick Heroes is a rhythm zombie defense. Let that sink in, a rhythm zombie defense. You're trying to outrun a zombie horde in your Gundilac, while you rock out to metal songs. Oh, and by the way, for all you non-Americans out there, a Gundilac is what we call a Cadillac with mounted guns. Like many rhythm games, you're trying to hit the incoming notes of a song. This will fire your weapons to slow down the incoming zombies. Your goal is to get through the level without getting eaten alive. The main difference with other rhythm games lies in that depending on what button you press for an incoming note, you will either fire your top or bottom gun, so you have to be on the lookout to see where the nearest zombies are approaching from. This is a very interesting twist, as you have to keep an eye on both the notes and the horde, which can prove very challenging as shifting your focus can cause you to miss some notes. Your guns will upgrade when getting higher streaks, going from handguns to a cannon. This will increase your damage. Honestly, the zombie defense mechanic is really unique and executed quite well, and like any good rhythm game, you start to sync the note patterns with the beat. My only complaint here is that since you get to choose which button to press for the gun's notes, on the later stages the difficulties increase much more by speed rather than precision. On the final stages, I had to pause several times since my arm couldn't take that much punishment. Depending on your settings, the game quickly amps up your firepower with a grenade and sniper track, but this also adds to the difficulty since you have to hit them with a specific button or motion depending on your controls. And speaking of controls, these are fully customizable, and there is even an option to use motion controls. How is that, you may ask? Well, you can play this game using your Joy-Cons as drumsticks, and even though I don't think it's the easiest way, it's probably the most fun. Now, doing research for this review, I found a video where the devs showcase the motion controls. Very funny stuff. And in the end, they show their ultimate way to play the game. Double Joy-Con pair. Where you use one pair as drumsticks. Okay, cool, that's sweet. And the other two you put on each one of your socks. And you air pedal some kick drums. You gotta be kidding me, that sounds awesome. But it's gotta be a joke, right? I mean, the video was pretty ridiculous anyway. It's not a joke, there is a double Joy-Con pair option! Sadly, as I only have one pair of Joy-Cons, I wasn't able to test this out, but you can bet your sweet bum I wanted to. Great genre mash, solid gameplay, and amazing control options. Gameplay scores a 9 out of 10. Okay, let's get this straight out of the way. The game does have a story mode, but it's not the main focus here. It's not to say that it's bad, it's actually pretty entertaining. But this is a rhythm game where you try to fend off a zombie horde while you rock out to metal songs after all, so the story is just as ridiculous. You play as the titular Double Kick Heroes, a metal band that were preparing to go on stage when the apocalypse happened, and all of a sudden you found yourself surrounded by the living dead. But don't fret, as you manage to make an escape on your gun-mounted Cadillac. As you put the pedal to the metal and travel the wasteland, you'll meet several characters, many of which you'll recognize as figures in the scene. You make progress fighting the forces of the apocalypse song by song as you uncover who or what is behind it all. Okay, kudos to the developers for crafting a story in a rhythm game. It certainly added a lot of personality to the game. Narrative scores a 7.5 out of 10. The game is pixel art, and I like it quite a lot. The models look great even though you're looking at the soundtrack most of the time. I absolutely love the boss designs. They are zombified versions of something already awesome like a T-Rex. And I know I missed a lot of notes just taking a peek at what these bad boys looked like. There was even this crazy train boss which I don't even know where they got the idea, but yeah, it was pretty metal. The backgrounds are also pretty cool and varied. I don't want to spoil anything, but you won't stay in the wasteland for too long. Outside the levels, the overworld looks cool and the character animations for dialogues add personality to the characters. Now, a rhythm game lives and dies by its soundtrack, so I'd be unforgiven if I didn't show you. The tracks here are really good and really enforce the vibe and theme they went for. It makes me wonder how much of an impact the soundtrack itself had in the rest of the game's elements. As they are so intertwined, you start to wonder what came first in an egg or chicken kind of way. As for the performance, it was great, no frame rate issues, no big loading times. So yeah, moving on. Great boss designs, amazing soundtrack, presentation scores an 8.5 out of 10. The game is $21.99, £19.79, €21.99, or your local equivalent. It is $19.99 on PC, so it's slightly more expensive on Switch, but they also added motion controls. The game has 30 main tracks and some bonus ones thrown in there for good measure, which for contrast is about the same as Donkey Konga but about as half of Guitar Hero 2. As for the game modes, it has an arcade mode, the story mode, an endless mode which has you playing progressively more difficult levels, getting an upgrade here and there, while aiming for a higher score. There is a daily variant of this mode, where you get a shot at a set run that all other players get that day. Another mission here are the leaderboards in the daily challenge, as I believe it is a quintessential part of the concept. I hope the devs patched them in though, as they even have a channel on their Discord dedicated for the community to posting their high scores. The game's difficulty settings are varied enough that you can have fun even if you have the hand-eye coordination of a blind Diglett, or are the Michelangelo Badio of video games. The game also has its own achievement system for the completionists out there. Even though leaderboards are missing, the game features enough content for its asking price. Value scores an 8 out of 10. Overall, Double Kick Heroes scores an 8.2 out of 10. So the TLDW is that Double Kick Heroes is a very unique rhythm game with a ton of personality, a great metal soundtrack, amazing control options, and a short but sweet story mode. I would recommend this game to anyone who enjoys rhythm games and want to try a cool spin on the genre. If you do not enjoy rhythm games, or especially if you don't like metal music, this probably won't change your mind. So that was my review of Double Kick Heroes. If you found it helpful or informative, please like and subscribe, as I will be uploading more reviews as well as more content to the channel. And please let me know if any of you are picking this up or are interested but waiting for a sale. I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you guys next time. Stay engaged!